Let us pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and legislative assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants whom you've been pleased to call to the performance of important tasks in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interests you have committed to our church. Amen. Oh, good afternoon, honorable members. We carry on with the afternoon business. Mr. Clerk, proceed.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Proceed, please.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Proceed.
Order number 3, messages.
Proceed.
Order number 4, petitions.
Proceed.
Order number 5, papers.
Honorable members, under this order we have one business by Honorable Katumo. We are on order number 5, papers.
Thank you, Honorable.
Honorable Katumo, yes.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Name is Honorable Justice Katumo, nominated member by Wiper Party, Chairperson Committee on Wards Projects. Honorable Speaker, that are aware that the Committee on Ward Development Fund is a select committee which draws its mandate from the Machakos County Ward Development Fund Act, number 2 of 2014, whose objects and purpose is to ensure that a specific portion of the county annual budget is devoted to the wards for purposes of development, wealth creation, and in particular the fight against poverty at the ward level. Aware that section 4...
Want to find out, that is the paper. Number 5, yes. Honorable Katumo, let the table clerk come approach you.
Yes.
Yeah, so that we get the right paper.
All right, Honorable Speaker, well guided. Honorable Speaker, I wish to lay the following paper on the floor of the House today, Tuesday, 3rd August 2021, report on the implementation status of the ward priority projects under the Department of Public Health and Community Outreach for the year 2020-2021. Thank you.
Is the paper? Yes, I'm looking at the signature on the paper. It's all right. Mr. Clerk, proceed.
Order number 6, notice of motion.
Honorable members, under this order we have one business still by Honorable Katumo. Honorable Katumo.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Justice Katumo, Chairperson Ward Committee on Ward Projects. Honorable Speaker, that aware that the Committee on Ward Development Fund is a select committee which draws its mandate from the Machakos County Ward Development Fund Act, number 2 of 2014, whose object and purpose is to ensure that a specific portion of the county annual budget is devoted to the wards for purposes of development, wealth creation, and in particular the fight against poverty at the ward level. Aware that Section 4.1 of that Act establishes the Ward Development Fund, which shall be administered by the officer administering the fund under the direction of the County Ward Development Fund Management Committee. Further, aware that Article 183(3) of the Constitution of Kenya 2020 stipulates that the County Executive Committee members shall provide the County Assembly with full and regular report on all matters related to the county, while Article 185, subsection 3 states that the County Assembly, while respecting the principles of separation of powers, may exercise oversight of the County Executive Committee and another county executive organs. Honorable Speaker, I wish to give a notice of motion that this Honorable House discusses and approves the report on the implementation status of the ward priority projects under the Department of Public Health and the Community Outreach for the financial year 2020-2021. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Gatumo. Mr. Clerk.
Order number 7, statements.
Honorable members, under this order, we have one business and to be prosecuted by Honorable Masesi. Honorable Masesi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm Cosmas Masesi, Matungulu Ward representative to this House and also the Chairperson Health Committee. Madam Speaker, the statement on response on status of staffing in the Mental Health Department, which was served by Honorable Peter Joseph Mutiso.
Just at that point, Honorable Masesi and the members, ordinarily under the standing orders, if a statement is sought by a member, the response should be read when the member is present. This matter came up, I think, last week or so, and Mheshimiwa Mutiso was not present. He sent his apologies. It has come up again today. He has sent an apology that he's in Mombasa on some other matters. So I have given my discretion that the statement, the response be read, because it's a matter, a business of the Assembly. And Honorable Mutiso has no objection to the response being read before this House in his absence, so that we avoid further delay on it. So you can proceed, Honorable Masesi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for allowing us to do the statement in the absence of the honorable member. Honorable Speaker, on 16th February 2021, the statement was sought by Honorable Peter Joseph Mutiso, pursuant to Standing Order number 41-2, on the following two items, Madam Speaker. 1, the statistics of patients of mental illness treated in public health facilities in the county for the last 1 year. And 2, what the county government is doing to ensure that there is enough personnel to handle cases of mental illness in the county. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order number 41-3, I wish to respond as follows. On number 1, the statistics of patients of mental illness treated in public health facilities in the county for the last 1 year. Madam Speaker, the statistics are as follows, whereby we have a workload as per the health facility. Duration is from January 2020 to January 2021. Madam Speaker, we have a health facility name, number of patients per month, mean week, total seen per year, and remarks. Madam Speaker, we have 7 facilities, level 5, Machakos, 1,420 patients per month. Mean for that week was 355. Total seen in a year was 15,620. Remarks inclusive of all service pack. Kangudo level 4, 300 patients were seen with a mean of 75. Total per year was 3,300. Remarks was reverted to level 5. Kavian level 4, 120 patients, Madam Speaker, per month. 30 patients per week, mean 1,320 seen per year. refer to level 5. Matu level 4, 80 patients per month, 20 mean per week, 880 per month. Remarks officer retiring. Kithioko level 3, we had 12 patients per month, a mean of 3, a total of 132 per year. Remarks officer retiring. Adhuriva level 4, Madam Speaker, 28 per month, with a mean of 7 per week, total of 308 per year. Remarks staffing required. Madam Speaker, lastly is Mutituni level 4, whereby we had 144 patients per month with a mean of 36 per week, total per year 1,584. Remarks outreach service. Madam Speaker, on item number 2 is what the county government is doing to ensure that there is enough personnel to handle cases of mental illness in the county. Honorable Speaker, the current establishment in the health facilities is as follows. Madam Speaker, we have a chart there. It's very big. The data on health facilities, specialist cadre, number of health workers, Madam Speaker. Whereby we have Machakos level 5, Kangundo level 4, Kadhiani level 4, Matu level 4, Adhuriva level 4, Kithioko level 3. And Madam Speaker, if you allow me, I'll just mention the total of the number of health workers who are there, Madam Speaker, across the six facilities, whereby we have 29 total in number. Madam Speaker, if you allow me, I'll continue and members will check because they have the data with themselves. Honorable Speaker, mental health services face challenges due to staff shortages. This has been attributed to lack of attraction for people to take any courses in this mental health faculty. Very few general practitioners consider taking their very few general practitioners consider taking their specialties
Just say
in this
specialization.
specialties.
Specialization.
Many few general practitioners consider taking their specialization in this field, thus maintaining the low numbers. Recommendations, Madam Speaker, on improving services through staffing strategies include: 1, creation of attraction means that mental health training by giving specialty allowances. 2, creation of training forums. 3, inviting and sourcing for partners interested in mentoring staffs. 4, initiation of community mental health services, e.g. community counseling, community psychiatry, community rehabilitation centers, training local people like CHVs to practice at the local level. This is a truly practical through community strategy. Number 5 is by involving youth as peer supporters to youths experiencing behavioral problems for targeted training and campaigns against substance abuse. 6 is by allocation of a mental health budget. 7, organization of a task force comprising of mental health experts in support provision to staff within their point of service delivery within the health facilities, that is. Number 8 is by community sensitization through professional talks to the public in form of health talks, psychoeducation, and facility staffs on mental health. Number 9 is organizing staff psychological debriefs at the facilities. Number 10, managers training on staff care and support through application of psychological first aid, that is PFA. And lastly, Madam Speaker, is by equipping health facilities with at least 1 or 2 skilled mental health personnel. Honorable Speaker, the committee engaged the CCM, Department of Health and Emergency Services, on need to increase the staff established in the mental health services. You undertook to pursue the matter with the County Public Service Board by October 2021, and once approved, recruitment would be done. Thank you, Madam Speaker. And the source of information is from the Machakos County Mental Health Coordinator, Department of Health and Emergency Services. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Kumasesi. Honorable members, this is a statement. Maybe you can express your views on it briefly, and then From there, I'll guide on the way forward, addressing the matter further. Any comments? Honorable Chief Whip Mita.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity. I want to thank Chair Health Committee for the response. Madam Speaker, sometimes last year we requested for special clinics across the county. There was a motion which was brought by Honorable Irene, Madam Speaker, and we agreed that due to the conditions which we have found ourselves at, there is need for clinics, special clinics, to be opened in our hospitals to take care of our people, Madam Speaker. Going with the report response which has been tabled, Madam Speaker, it's clear that there is need to employ staff who can handle such matters, Madam Speaker. As you are aware that the cases are increasing every day, and from the statistics or else from the response, I want just to take an example of Kangundo level 4, Madam Speaker. The highest staff who can handle such matters is a mental health nurse, and the number is too little, Madam Speaker. I can see we have 3. And the cases, you have seen we have per month 300. So in average, every week, they are supposed to see 75 patients, Madam Speaker. And I believe it's very overwhelming. So if we really need to assist our people, we better invest in the staffing, so that whatever we are doing must have returns, Madam Speaker. We have had cases, you have seen they are referred to level 5. When you make follow-up to level 5, you find they are clamped somewhere. There's a ward where during the daytime you find they are all staffed in one place, Madam Speaker. And I happen to have a case involving one of my electorates, Madam Speaker. And I did not find I did not like the environment which I found there. So I would request the chair to make extra efforts, Madam Speaker, now that we have gotten this response, and ensure that we make follow-up so that we handle these cases in a humane way. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Mita. Honorable Maida.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want to thank the Chair Health for that elaborate report, but wish to inform him that if he can inform the officers in charge that when there is a recruitment, they should include the number of nurses which can be taking care of these mental health patients, because there are too many. And also to request them that they bring, when they recruit, they bring the nurses nearer to the wards, like in every level 4 hospital, so that people from afar can be treated in those nearby hospitals, or the services which are now being given to those hospitals to also be rotated across the county, because these mental ill people sometimes are too violent, and to take them from a far location to either Kangundo or Machakos, it is a hard work, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Maida. Honorable Angela.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Angela Munyasia, Special Elect by Wiper Democratic Movement. My contribution towards this, Madam Speaker, is that There is no one single person that is immune to mental health. All of us here present are prone to mental health, and we have many youth who are suffering from mental health. And the situation, Madam Speaker, is not about to to improve. So, Madam Speaker, I think as we discuss about how to handle the cases, we should also dig deeper into the causes so that as we go into the grassroots, we identify the causes of mental health, and especially in the youth, so that they can be curbed at that level, so that we don't keep on building more hospitals and employing more nurses, but curbing the root cause of the mental health. Madam Speaker, all of us here present either have a health case in the mental health case in their home, if not in their home, in their villages. So, Madam Speaker, it is a matter that should not be taken easily, and it is a matter that should be of concern to the entire county or even to the entire country, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, I do appreciate that something is happening, but as it happens, Madam Speaker, let's look for ways whereby we can curb the problem from the grassroots. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Manyasia. Honorable Mwanthi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My name is Stephen Mwanthi, representing a Kalakala Katini ward. Madam Speaker, my request would go to the department if they could also distribute the officers fairly. Madam Speaker, as we await for the recruitment, because Madam Speaker, if you check, for example, Matu level 4, which handles 80 patients per month, and I don't know how they do it, they've been only given a social work. So it's like there is no service that maybe they can get there, because if I don't think a social work can work on matters, mental matters, and also you'll find it's quite a big number handling 80 people in such a facility. So the few that we have, if they could be distributed fairly, at least you will find that many facilities with the little, and the officer is still retiring, I believe, as per the report. So if they could also be distributed fairly, it could be better. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Stephen Mwanthi. Honorable members, but by the look of things, there is still a lot that needs to be done on the response on this matter, which is so critical. You notice the understaffing. You are being promised that at one point maybe there will be through the County Public Service Board. And I think there's still much more that this House can address on the case of persons suffering with mental illness. Honorable Angela has alluded to looking at the root cause. Here it is not addressed. There's also the issue of what does the county as part of its responsibility do on the persons who are clearly suffering from mental illnesses and who are just walking around, some of them even naked in this very cold weather. Does anyone care about those people? And so this is a matter that I will refer back, indeed not back, that I'm going to refer to the Committee on Health and Emergency Services. Is that what is your committee called, Honorable Masesi?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Health and Emergency Services Committee, so that you can thoroughly address this matter in conjunction with the County Executive Department responsible, and bring back a comprehensive report before this House in a period of 30 days. Remember, there are those of our society members who are languishing under this problem. And then again, perhaps you think of what, more meaningful measures we need to take as a county government to address that issue. So, Honorable Masesi, you have that work to do. Mr. Clerk, proceed.
Order number 8, the Machakos County Tax Waivers and Administration Bill 2020, continuation of debate.
We had this matter in the morning, honorable members. If you remember, I proposed the question and we took some time for you to go through the report as well as the draft, the published bill. Now we are ready to go into the debate. So I'm ready to take the members who are willing to contribute on this motion. You're welcome, honorable members. Any member maybe who may also have a point on the extended sitting. We can start with Honorable Maida here.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I want to congratulate the chairman and his staff team for bringing such an elaborate report to this House. Madam Speaker, waivers have been given right and left without bringing that matter to the Assembly to pass, which is very, very unfortunate. Because, Madam Speaker, in the first Assembly, as EC member, gave a waiver to a cement factory, which up to now, that cement factory has not been paying dues to the county government, which is very wrong. So it is important that any waiver which the executive deems fit to bring or to do must be brought to this House for the honorable members to deliberate on it and then pass it. Otherwise, when you give a waiver without the involvement of the House, sometimes it can be because of your personal gain, which is contrary to what the Constitution says, Madam Speaker. Again, Madam Speaker, when we are saying the CEC should publicize this message to every part of the county, he can use the village administrators to publicize such and such as requested for the waiver because of A and B. Because sometimes a friendly person can come, and I want a waiver because of A and B. Therefore, if it is publicized and the people go for public participation, and then they can bring their recommendations as to whether it is well for that person to be given a waiver or not. Therefore, this is a very important bill which has been brought to this Assembly to discuss. And I support the sentiments of the Budget Committee, of which I am a member. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Maida. Honorable Mutinda, I'll come to you, Honorable Mutinda. Let's have Honorable Chief Whip.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity. I also want to echo my senior colleague, Honorable Moffat Maida, in congratulating the Finance Committee through the chairmanship of Honorable Stephen Mwanthi for the bill which is before us, Madam Speaker. It will go to history that this second assembly has come up with a bill which will be taking care of these issues, matters related to tax waivers, Madam Speaker. Since 2013, when we had devolved units, Madam Speaker, we have seen a habit by governors in charge publishing adverts in newspapers, Madam Speaker, waiving advertising waivers in different counties, Madam Speaker, while omitting or else not putting inputs from the county assemblies. Itself, it's an illegality, Madam Speaker, because this House, any assembly, has the authority to allow the governors to make any waivers, Madam Speaker. Again, another misuse of this opportunity has been witnessed because sometimes you find it's not the CEC Finance who is signing the adverts. It comes out as the governors who are signing the waivers, Madam Speaker. And it's good for our county now to have a new beginning through this bill, Madam Speaker. We need input from honorable members who are the representatives of our electorate, Madam Speaker, in giving authority when we have such occasions, Madam Speaker. Another issue which has been left out, Madam Speaker, is public participation. Because mostly you find these things are political. It's for political gains, Madam Speaker. Either you are aligned to someone, and then you give him or her a waiver, and you find that matters related to finance, the counties are at loss, Madam Speaker. Whatever happens under the tables between the parties is not brought to light, Madam Speaker. And I believe this bill now, since we have it, honorable members will be in a position to either accept or deny that opportunity, hence cutting off the misuse of powers bestowed to individuals, Madam Speaker. So going forward, Madam Speaker, there are some observations which we were taken through by the Honorable Chair. We know this county has given waivers to farms, to organizations, when we didn't have this law, Madam Speaker. I would request it not to look like witch hunt, Madam Speaker, but what we can correct, let us correct. Because these farms are making money. They are earning money. And if they are in a position to pay tax, which we duly need, Madam Speaker, to run. Right now we have just talked about employing nurses and doctors to handle healthcare matters. And we need that money to pay the staff whom we so much want to employ in our hospitals. So, Madam Speaker, I'm in agreement with the bill. I thank the committee once more, and I would take this opportunity also to thank you, Madam Speaker. You visited my ward when we were having the public participation. You took your time, you listened to the electorate, and much of what they raised has been captured in this bill. So I hope that going forward we'll be able to correct any ill which might have happened before as we work on improving the status of our county. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Honorable Mutinda. I'll come to you, Honorable Masesi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My name is Thomas Mutinda, representing Wamonyo Ward. Thank you for this opportunity, and I start by thanking the chair and his committee for this good job. And Madam Speaker, I hope this law will go a long way to supporting this county to have its own good revenue base. However, Madam Speaker, as I support, I would wish to say that this law should not be taken to supersede or do away with whatever finance bills which this House will pass as time goes by. Madam Speaker, remember that when we talk of most of these times when we talk of the waivers, most is on the interest. And it should not be taken that where we are talking of interest, the principal monies to be paid should be waived. And again, Madam Speaker, when we were taking this process around at my place, I remember them, my people at Wamonyo Ward, insisting and trying to emphasize that public participation on any waiver shouldn't be done, so that we don't end up with the law leading to misuse. I know there are situations where we might end up having a situation where when either friends, because with time different leaderships will come in the government. And you might have a situation where somebody is favoring a friend through the law. And that's an area where public participation is key. And again, these taxes are aimed at protecting traders. So sometimes a waiver can come and can be allowed to the disadvantage of the locals. So those are areas of concern where this law shouldn't be so clear that our people are protected by the law, but not the law to protect those who are coming to do business with us here. So, Madam Speaker, I support and also say that on this area where the Assembly approves and the CEC might have some more powers to extend, I think there is some contradiction because you cannot move from a certain hierarchy of power and go to another down hierarchy of power to have an extension. Because again, what's the purpose of bringing to this house if somebody else beyond this house has any other power to extend? So that's an area where some more research needs to be done, because I tend to believe once the Honorable Speaker approves this thing with the House, then there should be no other, because the law cannot be allowing other things which look to be administrative beyond the law. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Otherwise, I support. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Cosmas Masesi Matungulu is toward the MCA, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I would like first to congratulate our chairperson, Honorable Stephen Mwandi, and the committee in whole for making sure that, Madam Speaker, we give a comprehensive report to this House. Madam Speaker, very key to these to the observations and the recommendations is that this House should not allow again ratification, Madam Speaker, of waivers. Let, Madam Speaker, the executive come for approval before the waivers. And Madam Speaker, also, let us make sure that, again, the intended purpose of the waiver is achieved by a way of creating proper awareness and, Madam Speaker, with time, so as to enable the public to acquire and make sure that they make use of the waiver on the due stated time. And Madam Speaker, again, sometimes they are facing it hard when we come to implementers of these waivers and also the finance bill. Madam Speaker, our clerks, revenue clerks, are really exploiting our people. It's like, Madam Speaker, when someone, for instance, goes to a quarry, and you don't find the revenue clerk. Actually, Madam Speaker, that is not something we should be bounded back to the owner of the vehicle in the absence of the revenue clerk, where he or she was carrying the matter. But Madam Speaker, when these persons and these rollies, all these vehicles are arrested, the interest of the revenue clerks is the fines, not having our people pay what is due. So, Madam Speaker, we need to make sure that our people don't suffer, for we represent them in this House. Last time, Madam Speaker, we had to picket in Tala, just to say no to the revenue clerks, because they are exploiting people, Madam Speaker. How can one arrest a rollie and in the next 2 to 3 minutes, you are supposed to pay 60,000, whereby you are supposed to pay only a rate of 1,500. So, Madam Speaker, we need to make sure that our people are taken care of as we implement these waivers and also the finance bills. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Masesi. Honorable Stephen Mwandi Mover, can you reply?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and thank you, members, for contributing and supporting the bill. Madam Speaker, this bill will help the county government from misuse of powers and by road declarations by the executive, which has been happening. Roadside, sorry. Yes, roadside declarations by the executive Now with this bill, I believe that issue will have been sorted. And just highlighting an issue that was raised by Honorable Thomas, this bill has only touched on interest and penalties. They are the only areas that are supposed to be. It is only addressing that. It will not be addressing anything that is on the finance bill. Only that the last part said the act may be used to attract strategic investors where certain fees may be waived. And that means with all that, everything has to go through the through the assembly. So there will be no such or any effect, or the bill will not affect in any way the finance bill that will be passed. So
If
there
I
is
just pause there.
that. Sorry.
Honorable member, I ask you a question. If you pause there, at times like we've just gone through the COVID-19 hardships, particularly the small-scale trader, I'm thinking of the ones they call the mama mbogas, and you have put in the finance bill a license to that. Wouldn't it be proper for the executive arm of the government to allow a waiving, especially of such license for such a sector of the community? Because such sector, most of the time, you not find any interest that they would benefit from. The interest comes by way of rates and so on. What about that small-scale trader? And we don't know what may happen in future.
Madam Speaker, I want to believe that should come with its law or possibly a motion, just as we did last year. We end a motion on bar owners that was brought to the assembly that now dealt with such eventualities. Yes, the act has mentioned that, because if you just check on that last on the conclusion, if you check on the conclusion, it has mentioned that the bill, if enacted, will be a tool which the County Executive Committee member for Finance will be able to use to achieve equity in case of unforeseen events affecting businesses, as has been the case with COVID-19.
Yeah, then don't tie yourselves by saying that it will not undo anything in the Finance Act. It can.
Well, then it's an area
You
that...
think about it.
Yes, Madam
how
Speaker.
the law can address that kind of scenario without having to come with a motion each time something comes up.
Okay, we'll
think
do so.
about it, especially at the committee stage.
Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
Madam Speaker.
All right. Thank you, Honorable Stephen Mwanthi. So, honorable members, I now put the question, the pursuant to Standing Order number 121, Suborder 1 of the House Standing Orders, the Machakos County Tax Waivers Administration Bill 2020, into bracket Machakos County Bill number 6, be now read a second time. As many as of that opinion say aye. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Mr. Clerk, you can proceed to read the bill for a second time.
The Machakos County Tax Waivers Administration Bill 2020.
Thank you. So, honorable members, at this point, we have come to the end of the order paper for today. The sitting will be adjourned, and the continuation of the House sitting will be on the 4th day of August 2021 at 10 a.m. Have a good